Hello, welcome back to Gold Rush. I'm Hitman82, and as you can see, it is morning of the same day as last episode. And apologies again for it being dark and hard to see. Nothing I could really do about it because, well, look at our money, 30 minus 37,000. So as you can see, this is about a third of the way full. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue to dig. So this is gonna be a bit of a dig-isode. I know some of you are kind of looking forward to that, to see how I'm going to dig with this thing, so let's do that. So, let me see, is there anything in that wash plant? I think 45%. So what I do is I fill it up, each bucket is about 22% approximately if I get a full bucket. So once I get 4 buckets in, I then I fire up the wash plant, and then grab another bucket, dump it in, and then by then it's almost empty. The shaker's almost empty, and then I shut it off just to save fuel, because as you can see, I need to save every bit of money I can get right now. So what we're going to do here is I'll mine for a little while, and depending on where we are, I may just pause the video, and hopefully we'll get a clean out today. So that's the goal. So I'll probably do this for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll switch to a I'll pause it and finish filling up the wash plant, and then we'll do a clean out. How's that sound? Exciting? You're right, it is. It'll be exciting to see if I actually can get out of the mess I've put myself in here. So I'm trying to dig a hole through here. You see I'm kind of digging from the top as I clear that back because I want to not lose the gold that I'm digging up. Even though right now the good gold is all that's at the bottom of that big hole right there, I think. I don't know that, but based on past experience, that's been what I've seen, is the best gold is usually near the bottom of the hole. Which makes sense, because gold is heavy and it sinks, and yeah. Okay, we're at 89%. So we'll switch to the truck, because I have it parked right next to the thingies here, so I can come over, and we'll fire up that. And we'll fire up the wash plant. I think we can unplug this light, though. Is that this one here? Yeah, we'll do that. Save the frame rate a little bit. Alright, everything's going. It's jiggling, there's stuff going through. That's money. You hear that? Hear that? Ah, yeah, you can hear that money going through the wash plant. Can't wait. So we'll have our first Tier 3 clean out today. And it's an extended Tier 3 because of the hog pan and the jigs. You don't really need those. I probably shouldn't have gotten them right away, just because of the money. The money situation. That was an extra 100, a little over 100. Well, yeah, somewhere around $100,000, because each jig was about 50,000. Hog pan's hardly worth anything, even worth mentioning. Maybe $1,000 total. I don't know. All right, so our next purchase will probably be. Well, I hemmed and hawed about getting more, like getting the power generator, but it's over $100,000, I think. I think I'd rather get first. I don't know. Like I said, I'm flopping around here, indecisive. So let me know what you think. Should I save up hundreds of thousands of dollars for the dump truck, the large excavator, and the conveyor? The dump truck's pointless without the conveyor, and it's 100 and something thousand. So we've got. You know what, I'd have to go over there and just add this stuff to my cart, so to speak, and then I'd know how much we would need. So we'll have a look at that next time we're in town, which will be later after we finish this. Oops, I should have shut this down already. Alright, once I get to the bottom of the hole, that dirt will wash through, and then we'll stop it. I don't like stopping the plant when there's still dirt going through it, because of the way my power's split up. It seems like the jigs are losing a bit, like they're falling behind on the percentage, and I just think that's because of my power setup. See, it's at 43% and everything else is at 44%. Not that it really matters. So I saw it asked on the Discord channel yesterday. There seemed to be some confusion about magnetite and where you could get it in a Tier 3. the only part of tier 3 that gives you magnetite, the only part that you need to rinse the buckets through or put the buckets through the magnetizer. My gosh, I forgot to get a yak in here. Is this part. I'll show you while I'm waiting for that dirt to wash through. This duplex jig, these buckets under here, so 2 here and 2 over there, those you put through the magnetizer here. None of the rest have recoverable magnetite. Is that done? Looks like it. Okay, so I usually shut this one off first. So that kills the power to our wash plant and trommel, or our shaker and our trommel. And this kills the power to everything else. There we go. Okay, so it's probably going to take a good portion of our fuel just to get that first clean out. So it takes a while to fill it, but I'm hopeful that it's going to be worth it. Because if it's not, well, if it's not, then I'm in trouble. And that might be a quick ending to the series right there. I think we'll be okay. I hope we'll be okay. I don't actually know it. So minus 37,000. So once we have the gold, we go to the blacksmith and gonna have to just sell the ore without refining it, which, well, that's not the greatest, but we don't have much choice. Certainly we're gonna get more gold from this than we did the tier 2 wash plant, so hopefully that'll make up for it. And once we get out of the red back in the black, we should be okay. Once we get that balance sheet looking a little better, because there's gold in this here hole. I know it. I can see it glittering in the mud, which is confusing to me. You see this? This bucket looks like that looks like mud, doesn't it? See the darker brown spots look like wet dirt, which, yeah, makes no sense, but oh well. I guess if it had rained, but it didn't, so yeah, just odd texture. Things that make you go, So as you see this, I've been clearing this corner. It was sticking out here. It was pretty narrow, so I'm just widening this up so I can get in here without running into everything on the way in. You see that? Now I'm taking that layer, and then once the bucket's full, it starts pushing the dirt, caving it in, pushing it around. So I try not to do too much of that, though it does smooth it out a little bit to make it easier to scoop. All right, up the hill we go. Losing my voice already? What's going on here? Weather's been flip-flopping, so my sinuses are acting up. Back we go again, another scoop. Now you can see, well, maybe you can't, this, right where I'm driving here, I've noticed there's kind of a slope up here, so that's why I've been backing up over here and getting on kind of a smooth run up to the wash plant. Now that we can see it during the daylight, couldn't really see that last night. It was too dark, or this morning I guess it was. Oh, dark 30. Okay, a little more. There we go. Yep. Probably wrecked a little bit of gold there. Oops. Not too worried about it. It's at the surface. Probably isn't all that great. Alright, so we'll put this scoop in, and then we'll start to plant again. As you can see, it is going to take a while to fill this, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I don't mind running the loader. No worse than running silage on farm sim. Okay, and we'll switch over. Be quick, because the loader's sitting there idling and heating up fuel. I don't think there's any difference between idling and actually doing work, but that might be changing soon, hopefully. They're talking about the power, that the power use will affect the fuel usage, so which is obviously more realistic. So they're talking about bringing that in. So that's something to be excited about. And also water pressure. I think I might have mentioned this before, but oh well. They're going to add water pressure so that, if you don't have enough, if you try and run everything off one pump, it's going to say nope, nope, noopity, nope. I would assume that's what they're talking about. I don't think we have to worry about that. Just get another pump. Imagine once you got enough of this bigger stuff going and you start getting those big blue hoses, that might make a difference. Who knows, maybe you just can't get the water supply. Maybe that's what they mean by pressure, because I do not know. If you know, put it in the comments. Let us know. Inquiring minds are asking. Okay, that one's full. Did I leave that running again? No, it's not finished yet. 19, 18, 17, go, go, go. We can't have the wash plant sitting there with no dirt in it. What would the neighbors think? My gosh, look at them over there wasting all that fuel. Great pollution. Drive down to the bottom of the hole here and fill up another bucket, and then we'll turn off the wash plant. Should be done by then. We'll go for another few minutes like this, and then I'm going to pause the video, finish filling the wash plant, and then we'll do our clean out, assuming it's not in the middle of the night again. Shouldn't be. 13:27. Well, maybe it will be. What are we at? Oops. Okay, we're at like 54%. Yikes. Whoops. Let me shut upper plant down first. And the lower one, because that's the way the dirt flows. You know, honestly, I don't know if I'm saving any fuel doing that, because the loader consumes way more fuel than those. So maybe I should just fill them up and let them run, and I don't have to keep getting out. I don't know which is more efficient. I know this thing slurps back the fuel a lot faster than those generators do. Okay, I think we can scoop. I think that layer's thin enough. Yep. Don't want to waste it. So it knocked a little bit down from the side there. I don't know if that's going to make any difference or not. Up to our little ramp here. Okay. Now, there's probably more efficient ways of doing this. I just don't know what they are. And so if you're like, well, if you do it this way, it's more efficient. Well, you gotta let me know. Hey, actually make a little video clip and link it to me. Whoops. Or do I? Break. Yeah, link how you dig. Show me. And then if it's more efficient, I'll certainly give it a try. Oops. Bucket's down too far. I'm sliding. And oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. You gotta watch out if this thing even... Let's see how I'm having trouble now because the wheels are touching the dirt. Yeah, this thing does not like driving on dirt. Apparently what I'm driving on now doesn't count as dirt. I've kind of been calling it bedrock because it's at the bottom of that dirt, but we're not driving on bedrock right now, so otherwise I'd be scraping all this up looking for gold. That's one of the things that, at least in the series, I guess in real life, is I sure hate to see. You see this? Look at this mess we're making of the landscape. You know, by law, I should have to come back here after it's done, and I should be paying a certain percentage of cleanup fee, so that when this is all done, you know, instead of the parent company just stripping all the mining equipment away and then declaring bankruptcy and saying, oh, we can't afford to clean it up, that they'd actually, you know, with regulations that require you to set aside certain funds, or maybe it's insurance or something, I don't know, that if you go bankrupt, there's still money available to get a cleanup crew in to fix this mess. Especially in areas, I don't know, obviously this area probably isn't a problem, but I think asbestos is often, arsenic is often found with gold. And it is extremely toxic. Like, it's a poison. And it as far as I know, it can't be destroyed, so you have to contain it, or it's going to leach out and kill everything around here. So I know that's been a problem with some gold mines here in Canada, and that people were going, the parent company would grab the assets of the company and then declare bankruptcy in the little subsidiary that's at the mine, and say, oh, we can't afford to clean up that arsenic, and then the government's left, the people are left, the taxpayers to pay for the cleanup, and I'm not too keen on that. They get in there, make their money, and grab it, and take it offshore or wherever, and then leave the rest of us footing the bill. That isn't fair. Yes. We're dangerously approaching political, so I won't say anything more about that. I get a little upset about it, so here we go. Darn tree hugger, huh? Oops. Did I? Ooh, 96. Wait till that drops to 90 and dump the rest in. There we go. Okay, I think I'll pause it here and then I'll come back and we'll do a cleanup. How's that sound? Hopefully I can do a cleanup in 15 minutes because that's about how much time I got left. So I will see you shortly as soon as we're ready for that. Alright, the wash plant is full and there's still stuff going through, but we're not quite full on those jigs here. So, oh, no they are. Still a little bit more in the wash plant. That's okay, we're going to shut her off. Okay, we are ready for our first clean out. So I think what I'm going to do is we've got, see, this is the remaining, that bucket from the hog mats, from the wash pan area, the hog pan area. So we've got a little bit there extra, so we'll process that first. Now before I get going here, I want to kind of get these mats all processed before I start using power and burning fuel. So let's get those done. I think I'll do what I did last episode, where I'll speed through some of the more mundane things. Whoops. You've seen me do this before, so here we go. Okay, now we're going to clean out. These are the minor mats. Hopefully these are our best yield right in here. So I'm not sure if you have to remove these grills. I think you can get in under them, but I find it's kind of a pain. So I'm just doing it this way. Alright, I'll get these cleaned out. How come there's an extra pail here? Okay, don't use that one, it's empty. Hey, I learned something. Aha. Whoops. Having said that, did I? Okay, that's the last one on that one. So, yeah, if you can actually pull the mats out without removing the grates. Kind of wish that wasn't the case. You know what, I'm going to take them off anyway because that's more realistic. Can't get the mats out from underneath these grates in real life. No way. Well, I don't think there's a way. Okay, next up, we're going to clean out the upper area. Actually, I don't need this empty bucket yet. So what I'd like to do is kind of organize this a bit. So we'll take the hog pan buckets and we'll set them here. And we'll see what kind of yield we get out of the hog pans. We'll get these buckets here. So I'm putting these under because I want to be able to fire this wash plant up and not worry about forgetting to hook something up. So that's why I'm putting these back in here. And I should have done it, if I'd had it set up better, I could have, as I bring out the full buckets, replace empty buckets, but oh well. Okay, so here we go. You get the small shovel, and scoop that out. And then you have to, you see I can't click that now, so I have to kind of, I jump up and it kind of breaks the connection to it. Same with this again, so I'll do a lot of hopping. Now I'm not sure how many scoops I can put in here, but I'm pretty sure I can. The bucket would be full by the time I'd finish this. So what I usually do is I do 2 of them and switch buckets and then do it again. Well, you know what? Let's just try a full one. We'll see. Oh. Oh, what's going on here? Why did I get 2 scoops out of there? Okay then. Alright, so as you can see, from now on I will continue to use 2 buckets, and I'll just put 2 of the like empty 2 grates in each one. Then the buckets won't be full, but at least I won't be losing anything, because I'm not sure if I did or not. It's funny, I was talking about realism with those, what do you call them, the miner mats, lifting the grates off, and then I'm hopping around here like a madman. Okay, oh, I put those 4 buckets over there for the jig. I separated those because I want to put those through the magnetizer first. And this was for the mats. So place that one there. Go get the other 2. And then we are ready to turn things on and empty things out. We have all the stuff is cleaned out. Now, by right, I could actually fire up the plant again and do another, like load it again and then do a bigger clean out. But I just want to see if this is going to be worthwhile. And see if we're dead now. Alright, so we'll start up the water. Start up that. So let's go, and that should get us power and water to the plant, the cleaner yoddy thing. Oh my gosh, wave table. Okay, so we'll see how much gold we're going to get out of that last hog pen bucket. In the meantime, let's get these magnetizer ones and dump them in. Okay, ooh, look at that gold, 4 ounces. Okay, what I should do is write this down as I go. Anyway, there's 4.8 ounces. And this one, okay, so stick this over here, right here. I'm trying to separate it so, oops, that in there. What's going on here? Oh, I didn't turn it on, dummy. What a derp. Okay, so now I'm just going to wash the get the magnetite out of here, so we can shut this off for a minute. And then we'll see what we actually get for a clean out here. Alright, so there's a bucket to go over here. Alright, so separate this a little more. There's hog pan. And that's the thing you do for, oh my gosh. Whoops. Need to get this bucket under there. And we've dumped this in. Oops, fell on the cord. There we go. Oh my gosh, that water. I'd shut this off, but if I do, then yeah, it'll be quieter, but at the same time, then I'm going to forget when I fire up the plant again. Because I will. I know I will. And you know how much I don't want to lose that. We've already mined in here. Or what? We're all in that dirt up here. We don't want to lose it. Okay, so we'll just keep going on this. Keep an eye on the magnetite. It's not full yet. So yeah, this is the only part of the plant, the tier 3 plant, that gets you magnetite. So, I know I've said it a couple times, but if you're like me, you probably have to hear it a couple times. Last one. And then we'll start doing our clean out there. I'll probably get another generator next time I'm to town so that I can just use the generator and that gas-powered pump. and then I can kind of keep this system separated. That's my goal. Why did I do that? That's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, I guess we're going to process, we'll process the stuff from the jigs first then. Okay, so we're at 4.8. Now let's fire this up. And we'll put the 4 buckets through and then we'll see what we've got. So we're starting with 4.8. Oh, it's getting dark. Let's, where's our plug for the power, or the lights? It's here somewhere. There it is. I don't think that generator's on though. That's okay, we'll just turn it on anyway. There we go, we can see what we're doing. Okay, so there's the first one done. We started at 4.8, so let's see what we get out of the 4 buckets here. What I'm doing here is just seeing if the yield from that jig is even worth it. I'm sure it must be, or else I wouldn't use it. Waiting, waiting, waiting. We'll get the next bucket ready. There's the next one. Throw the bucket over there. Aw. And one more to go. Well, this is looking good. I mean, I'm over 10 ounces now. Got to set my timer, so I don't actually know. I want to make sure that we don't go too much over, like last episode, 50 minutes. Part of it in the dark. It wasn't, I don't know. I'm sure you guys enjoyed it, but for me, well, I don't really like doing it that way because recording in the dark like that. See, this isn't too bad because we've got the light on here, but in the dark over there, it's really hard to see. When I was setting up the plant, it was hard to see, so I'm going to try to avoid doing that. Might mean I have to leave these generators going and get another light to set up, shine in the hole over there. Okay, so we got about 9 ounces out of the jigs from one cleanout. So let's see what we get from the hog pans. What, 9.5 ounces or something? Okay, so we're starting at 14. Now we'll see how much we get from the hog pans. Can't believe this wave table's still going. Don't know why I keep saying that. I'm gonna break it just by thinking about it. Alright, once it's 25, I'll throw the rest in. There we go. So this is the hog pan cleanout. We started at 14. What are we gonna be? Hurry up. Yeah, maybe I do need a second wave table. Yeah, maybe when I'm rolling in the money someday. Maybe. Thing's almost $7,000, so it isn't cheap. And oh, go away, leg spike. Okay, so we have 17.5. So out of that, we got 3.5 ounces out of this from that whole cleanout. Yeah. Okay, well, let's try the minor mats. So we should see some good money out of these, I hope. So we're starting at 17.5. Okay, 17.5. So let's see what we get after 3 buckets of this. We're not even out of the hole yet here on the money. I've got fuel though, so I think I'm okay. I could probably do a second clean out by the time I run out of fuel. I hope. Okay, so these are the minor mats, the area above the jigs there. Remember the ones with the grills over top. Drop below 25, there we go. Yeah, so this is where I mean, right in here. The ones I'm processing now, so this is our bread and butter, I hope. So, it looks to me like maybe I didn't even need to get these yet, money-wise. I mean, they're good to add on. But, it's looking like most of my gold is coming from those mats, which is good. That's good. Okay, so what did I say we started at? Was it 17 and a half? I think. So that's like 20, what, 23? About 23 ounces out of the upper area. Okay, and finally we have the last bit, those grates right up the shaker to trommel sluice box. So we'll turn that on, and we'll see how much we... Oops, I forgot to check where we were. What was it? 30.5 maybe? I need to pay attention to this stuff. Oh well, you're watching, right? You're not? Well, okay. Guess I don't feel so bad then. Alright, and there's the last of the dirt we have for the clean out. Come on, get that 50 ounces. No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, we got over. Alright. Let's go shut these down, and it looks like we have 50.7 ounces. So we're gonna, you know what, let's zip to town. I want to try and get to town and sell that. So we got, from that clean out, minus what we had from that last hog pan over in the hog pan area, we got about 46 ounces from one clean out. It's not stellar. It's not as much as I'd hoped for, but then again, this is hard mode, so there you are. I'll take this fuel Bowser, because just in case I can top it up. Would be great, and if I can't, oh well. Now I'm going to try and I'll skip the trip to town, just because, yeah. Oh, and I got some stuff in the back of the truck to sell on the way by here. Alright, so I'll pause here until we get to the blacksmith, and then we're going to sell some gold. Alright, we're at the blacksmith, and let's see here. So I can't smelt any gold because I don't have any money. How much do I owe? 37,000. Okay, so I need to sell 37,000 worth. That's close enough. We'll sell that. That gives us $1,200 to smelt the rest. 11 ounces. Oh, look at that. We're $1,000, and I got an armload of gold here to go and sell. And it is 25 to 1 a.m. It's almost 1 a.m. Almost rent time, and old Arnold sitting there rubbing his hands together, gleefully saying, "How much gold did you bring me? Didn't you have to do any work?" Oh, Arnold, don't be like that. Come on now. How about 25%? Would that be it? No, okay, he says no. He says I've uncovered all the good gold, and if I'm not lucky, he's gonna jump in there like old Fred and jump the claim and take the good gold now that I've done all the work to expose it there. Whoops, we're not stopping at the bank. Oh yes, we are. We have to sell the ingot. And then we got to try and race to the fuel station, and what's the price? Oh, $12.18. That's good. Let's sell that. Oh, look at that. Money. Money. We have money again. So, I guess we were at minus 37,000. I guess it wasn't a total train wreck. Somehow, even with having to buy those grates a second time, and somehow we managed to make it through there. So that was from a single clean out. We got 4 ounces. That's about $4,000 worth from that. What do you call it? The oh geez, I better hurry up and fill this up while I'm doing my math. We had 4 ounces from the hog pan, like the hog pan area. So that was about, I don't know, less than $5,000. So I think we're doing okay. We're gonna be all right. Yay! What a relief. Okay, and we've got fuel enough for at least another day of mining. And I'm lucky I didn't wreck my battery there, leaving the high beams on and turning the engine off. Oops. And I did burst. Oh, we're gonna have that screen come up and give us our summary. But I did break a wheel. See on the fuel. See on the fuel trailer, the wheel's all mangled. It broke on the way over here, and it's gonna cost $1,200 to fix it. And if I'd been thinking, I would have bought that first. No, I've got one back at the parcel. We're okay. And old Arnold's gonna come along, and the bank's gonna come along and want their money, and we're gonna go negative again. But I think hopefully it'll be the last time for a little while. Okay, we got 50 ounces, 50.7 ounces of gold, so that's 18,500 in rent, $2,200 in a loan, minus 10,000. Oh, we're gonna die. No, we're okay. We've got lots of fuel. We're gonna come back in town. Hopefully, it'll be the next day, I imagine, and I'll have, 2 or 3 cleanouts worth of gold all at once. That's my plan. But it all hinges on the fuel. That's what makes you or breaks you in this, it seems. Well, not in finding the gold, obviously, but the fuel costs, they're constantly sapping at your bank account. And loan payments, of course, but if you're smart with the loans, you shouldn't have a problem paying the loans. It's that fuel. That fuel is so expensive. And here I am driving home, so I'm gonna wrap up now. So thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, hit thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Say, hey man, we love your video. Well, that'd be so nice. And the comments are there. Lots of you are commenting, and that is excellent. And keep the comments coming, even if the video is, if you're watching this 6 months or a year from now, I still respond to comments, even videos from way back. I don't know, 5 years ago. I'm still responding. So don't be afraid to leave a comment, and I'll respond to you. So I will see you next time. Bye for now.